Today we're going to be talking about a full off-season quarterback workout with the exact sets and reps to do that I do with the QBs I train. Now this first exercise is going to be a simple warm-up drill that I do with every single quarterback that I train called a single leg stabilizer exercise. And this works on a concept called upper body and lower body dissociation, which is a big staple of the training program that I try to implement with the QBs that I train. So dissociation is a fancy word for separation, and that's how you create torque when you actually throw the ball. And torque is how you get arm strength and take pressure off your arm. The goal as a quarterback always, less pressure on your arm so you can throw for longer periods of time and a more efficient ball with the right amount of power or the right amount of touch. So whenever you throw, guys, you want to think of it like you're hitting a baseball. I'm in the batter's box, pitch is thrown, I step to the pitcher, but I keep weight on my back leg. My shoulders are this way with the bat here. As that foot anchors down, then the hips bring the bat through. So when we throw a football, we want to accomplish the same thing. I want to take a step to the target, my weight doesn't rush forward. I'm not lunging. A lot of quarterbacks love to lunge. We don't want to do that. We stay back, hands separate, hips go through before the shoulders, and that whip right there, when your hip is here and the ball in your elbow is here, that takes pressure off the arm and that helps us have a more efficient throwing motion, but also more velocity on the ball. Now, a lot of QBs are so insanely stiff in that position. Like they're very stiff with their upper body. Whenever they throw, they physically can't rotate their shoulders back and keep weight on their back leg. So this exercise forces us to get to that position. So you're gonna balance on one foot, your throwing side foot. You're gonna have your arms crossed across your chest, and you're gonna be doing 2 sets of 20 reps. So you're gonna be on one foot like this, slightly lean forward, back is straight, chest is parallel to the ground, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna rotate and turn your left shoulder even with your right knee. Then you're gonna rotate back. Then you're gonna do it again, and you're gonna feel a burn in your leg, but this exact position is where I wanna get to when I throw the ball. Foot's down, weight's back, shoulders are rotated, then the hips fire through. So I'm gonna show you that should look full speed. Remember, 2 sets of 20 reps. Also, fellas, if you are a quarterback and you would like to train with myself and my staff of coaches this offseason, or if you're a receiver, we are traveling out to 15 different locations across the entire US for 2-day-long QB and wide receiver camps. So guys, if you want some more information on our camps, how you can sign up to work with myself, check out that very first link in the description below. We'd love to have you there. We're gonna be coming out of San Francisco, California, Orlando, Florida, Phoenix, Arizona, Charlotte, North Carolina, Austin, Texas, Las Vegas, Nevada, Seattle, Washington, Newark, New Jersey, Chicago, Illinois, Birmingham, Alabama, Houston, Texas, Boston, Massachusetts, Columbus, Ohio, Boise, Idaho, and finishing it off in Los Angeles, California. So guys, all of those camps, we limit spots. We don't let just everybody show up who wants to show up. We limit spots because we want each one of you to get individual attention and individual coaching from myself and my staff. So guys, all those camps will sell out. Make sure you take advantage of it. Very first link in that description below. We'd love to have you there. This next drill is going to be something called our straight jacket drill to work on the full rotation of the throw. As you've noticed, guys, the first 2 exercises of this QB workout that we do does not require a football, because I'm a firm believer that stacking reps upon reps upon reps of the boring stuff is what actually makes you better and makes you better with the bigger concepts. But mechanics is all about reps and loving the boring stuff. Now, this drill works on the second part of that, like stabilizer drill, right? Why were we doing that drill? We were doing that drill to work on separating my upper body from my lower body. I take a stride to the quarterback or stride to the receiver, weights on the back leg, shoulders go back, dissociation. After this point, guys, it's not just arm throw. What brings us through? The hips, the core, and my weight transfer. Me transferring weight to my front foot, and that's what will whip the arm through, right? That's torque. So this drill works on that. So you're gonna be here, arms are crossed. The rhythm of this drill, we always do 4 sets of 10 reps. Weights on your back leg, it's left, so front foot, back foot, stride. I'm here, front foot, back foot, stride. When I stride, I keep my weight back, rotate my shoulders, and then the hips and the foot drag bring my shoulders through. Show you one more time, then we'll show you full speed. Front, back, stride, hips bring the shoulders through, just like how I would throw. Front, back, stride, coming through. But this is a way to take pressure off the arm, work on those mechanical details without being worried about the result of the ball or a receiver. So we got 4 sets of 10 reps. Show you this should look full speed. Now, what we do after we do those daily drills, you guys, is we'll start throwing with the quarterbacks, right? We'll start warming up the arm, and a drill that I always make my quarterbacks do is our no stride sequence drill. So if I got a target set up, we usually start out like 5 yards apart, we go feet in cement, do a couple like this, and then we get right into this drill. And this drill is gonna be no stride, like I said, so your front foot's open like you've already taken a step to the QB, or to the receiver, excuse me. 2 hands on the ball, all you're gonna do is the sequence, right? So when you take a step to the target, what are you supposed to do with your upper half? Think about the last 2 drills. You're supposed to rotate back and separate your hands. So we're gonna pause in this position. Now what I do with my quarterbacks is I'll clap my hands. When I clap, we transfer my weight, we rotate my hips, don't move the front foot, and we just throw. So it works on getting us in that good habit of the hips leading the shoulders, taking pressure off my arm, especially when we warm up, because we never want to just warm up to warm up. There's always a purpose, and that could translate into the later on parts of this workout where we start moving around, and we'll get into that in a second. So I recommend about 12 to 15 throws of this specific drill to show you this should look full speed. Now with our quarterbacks, every single training session is a little bit different, but we usually will work 3 or 4 specific routes off of specific movements in the pocket or footwork in the pocket. So usually one of those routes consists of a timing route, pocket movement, and then throwing on the run. So those are 3 situations we're gonna cover, and I'm gonna show you each one of these should look full speed in a second. So 3 routes, let's go over it. So I would say the first one we're gonna throw is like a 10-yard speed out. So it's for my slot receiver, 10-yard timing throw. With my QBs, I'll usually have them work a rhythm 3-step drop. So set, go, 1, 2, 3, plant off the 3rd step, and then we throw the 10-yard out. Now, let's say I'm throwing a dig route. I would work a situation probably like B gap pressure and then C gap pressure. So between, what's the B gap? You got, or excuse me, sorry, A gap pressure, then C gap pressure. So what's the A gap? Between the center and the guard, A gap. Between the guard and the tackle, that's B gap. Outside the tackle, that's C gap. So we're working like a 10 to 12 yard in on the right side, and we will also work this on the left side. But I take a 3-step drop. I'll tell my quarterbacks, I'll yell drift. Pressure here, drift back, pressure outside, step up, and then we throw the dig. Then last but not least, we'll throw on the run. So we have a couple different variations of on the run, but the one I like to work is B gap pressure. So B gap, again, between the tackle and the guard. You take a 3-step drop, I'll yell escape. Pressure right in your face at your front hip. We throw a little jab move, escape out on the run. I say ball, QBs throw on the run. So I'm gonna show you how each one of those movements should look full speed. I don't have a target out there to throw to, so I'm gonna show you how it should look with a towel, because if a quarterback doesn't have receivers to throw to and you wanna do this workout, you absolutely can just substitute the ball for a towel, because the towel, that whoosh of the towel, and you'll see it when I show it, that helps us work on our wrist flick, our extension, and it's generally our mechanics, even when we're not worried about the result of the ball. So I recommend doing about 4 to 5 reps of each specific route on each side. Gonna show you that should look full speed. Also, fellas, if you're a quarterback and you would like me to make a custom workout plan specifically for you, check out that second link in the description below for our custom workout plan service. Essentially what our service is you guys will be able to submit film to me directly with your highlights, with, you know, like clips of you practicing. We give you instructions of the clips that we would ultimately like to see. And then what I'll do is I'll provide video analysis on your film. I'll be drawing on the screen, hey, you need to improve your hip sequence, your strides off here, etc. And then I will construct a 2-month-long workout plan for you specifically with custom drills, exact sets and reps, and video examples of each specific drill to help you improve in the areas of your game that you actually need to improve on. So it's a fully custom service. So guys, if you're interested in that, check out that second link in the description below. We'd love to help you out.